Hey ladies, it's your girl Truly Inspired Martin, the Reset Coach. And if you're truly ready to go from BS to success, welcome to a new season of the Recrown You podcast. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. Girl, it's time to be real, raw, and relentless. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. You know it's time.
Recrown you.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Truly Inspired Martin, and welcome to another episode of the Recrown You podcast, ladies. That's right. We are here for the women who are ready to be real, raw, and relentless in their pursuit to unleash their inner badass. So what does that mean for you? That means that you are a woman that says, I am unapologetically ready to walk with my posture like I'm supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by I'm supposed to? Meaning you are limiting yourself right now. And there is something that has to change in your posture to live without limitations, to be bold, to be relentless, to be raw in who you are. Like, stop suppressing who you are. Stop dimming your light to make other people feel like you can't shine with them. Okay? Like 21, we are coming through the doors and we are kicking that thing down. I know I've been putting everywhere on social media lately that 21 is the year of I want all the smoke. And what does that mean, Dana? If you with the slang, then you know what it means, right? But right. I want all the smoke means that I want everything that I ask for to be manifested right now. I want to go after it. I want to stop the BS and I want to go get my success. I want to be bold in who I am. I want to stop talking about it. I want to be about it, right? You're the woman that says, I'm going to stop waiting and I'm going to start working on me, on my business, on whatever that is, my family, my relationship. It takes work to be a woman, but it's only you that can make that happen, right? So for those of y'all that are new to me, welcome to the Recrown You podcast and the Recrown You family. For all my loyalists, welcome back. You in the building. I love y'all for life. But let me introduce y'all to me. I am your girl, Dana, Truly Inspired Martin. I am your women's personal development coach. I teach women how to go from BS to success by increasing your emotional intelligence and becoming more self-aware, right? We are building some boss women around here. That posture, you got to be in alignment with what you want. I'm also your favorite HR consultant. I have a company called Truly HR Consulting. You can go to trulyhrconsulting.com. And if you're a small business that's looking to recruit new talent or find out some retention strategies to help with your company, or maybe you're just trying to figure out the basics of HR to get that implemented in your company, I'm your girl. You know, some people know, some people don't, but there you go. Holla at me. But today we are talking personal development. Super excited for this episode. Y'all know this season has been extra lit, so I'm extra excited to bring y'all nothing but heat again, right? So today's quote, we start with our little quotes. So I definitely want to intro y'all with this one. So if you allow people to make more withdrawals than deposits in your life, you will be out of balance and in the negative. Know when it's time to close the account. I don't even know where that came from, but I found that quote, okay? Just know that if you allow people to make more withdrawals than deposits in your life, you will be out of balance and in the negative. Know when it's time to close the account. Listen, sometimes we out here trying to just put $1 in there, 50 cents in there just to keep that account open. No, damn good and well, you need to just go ahead and let that thing go. Sometimes it's harder to let it go than to hold on to it. And I understand that. But one thing that I know for sure is that 21 ain't going to see you on the level up if you still trying to hold on to what's weighing you down. So you're going to have to do some things that's not going to make you feel too good all the time, but it's going to be for your better. Okay, so that's what we doing. That's all I got on that. It's just going to be for your better. But y'all already know how I get down. I'm goofy as all get out, but at the end of the day, my heart is pure, and all I want for y'all is to see you win. So here we don't do the fluff, we don't do the BS. We get straight down with it, right? We help women to really execute to their next level, to really get some teachable, tangible resources to make something happen for you, right? We're not with the fluff. So we educate and empower women who are ready to unleash their inner badass by moving. You got to be ready to move from BS to success, right? And your BS might look different from her BS or my BS or whatever I've gone through in my life, right? And also your definition of success might be absolutely different, but you define that and you defy the odds for yourself, right? And make sure that your posture is ready to do those things that you're ready to do. So over here, we talk all things relationships, mindset, personal development, business and professional development, health and wellness. And y'all know, I always throw a little thing in between there, right? You just never know what's going to go down on the Recrown You. So I'm super excited for our guest today. Let me tell y'all a little bit about Miss Thang, right? Because I need y'all to get the energy right. Go get you a bottle of wine or something, right? Get your little piece of paper pulled out, journal. I think y'all should have a journal called the Recrown You Journal by now. Oh, that was a plug. The Recrown You Journal is available on my website at it'strulyinspiredmartin.com. But, don't say I ain't never put y'all on nothing. But go get y'all some pen and paper and get ready to take some notes because I know this is going to be juicy today. So I want to introduce to you guys today, Christina Danielle. Christina Danielle is a mother of two of the most beautiful humans God could ever create. I know that's right. Author of 3 books and a purpose alignment coach. Lord, if you don't get me in alignment. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. That hit me right there. Purpose alignment coach. I'm going to let her get into that because that's deep. She helps women and entrepreneurs to operate in their Godfidence so that they can prosper in their purpose. Growing through her own traumatic experiences in life, she is a firm believer that life is meant to be beautiful, not perfect. I know that's right. I am not with the perfection, honey. I'm just trying to make it. And I'm excited that I have her today. So today's episode is called You Can't Manifest Where You Have Been Manipulated. You can't manifest where you've been manipulated. Lord, I'm over here ready with my notebook and pen, so I'm not even going to hold y'all up no more. In the meantime, go grab that wine real quick, and guess who I'm bringing to the stage? Christina Danielle.
Hey, Dana.
Hey, what's good, girl?
Girl, I am amazing. Let me tell you, I was dancing a little bit over here when you said the whole Miss thing. Like, y'all might not understand this, but if you know Bonica back in the day, I was over here with the Miss Thang.
Hello. Listen, they don't understand it, but they will know. They will know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Thank you so much for choosing to hang out with us on this good night here. I don't got no wine with me, but I definitely got a little tea, a little sea moss in a cup. Okay. So definitely getting my life together over here, and I'm so excited to hear what you got to bring us today. So you already know how we start this thing off, right? So we're going to get into it. I need a fun fact about Christina Danielle that nobody knows.
Well, my fun fact, Dana, and I think maybe some people know this, but if I say some, it's probably like the SOME, like how you used to give out the candy, like that.
Yes,
so a fun fact about me is I've actually done skydiving, but I did it in wedges, like in heels, not in no regular sneakers. Yes, ma'am. And I remember the instructor telling me, oh, you're going to have to change your shoes. You're not going to be able to do the skydiving with that because you could hurt yourself. And I told him, nah, I'm good. I got this. And sure enough, I landed on my 2 feet. No matter how high I went, no matter how scary it was, I landed on my 2 feet.
Ooh, wait, you dropping bars already?
And the crazy thing is, Dana, that I wear contacts because, God gave me vision, but he ain't give me sight.
Oh,
hold everything right there. But my contacts had came out on the way down because of the pressure. So they came out my eyes and I really couldn't see too well, but I still landed on my 2 feet. Just want to let you know.
Oh my God. You know what? I think we could just end the episode here. That was the bar. Hello, bar.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh
Yes,
my
ma'am.
God, this is already good because I was about to call you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You over here with the wedges on, trying to come down. But she said, "Nah, I got this." They said, "All right, well, you liable, sis."
You signed a waiver if you say so.
If you say so, you like it, I love it.
That's it. That's it.
I love it. But we already started off strong right there. So, oh yes.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So today's episode is called "You Can't Manifest Where You've Been Manipulated." So godly, let's just get into it. What the heck does that mean?
I'm so glad that you asked, Dana. So, for those who are hanging out with us, be ready and be open. I am the type of person, I'm very transparent, but I'm gonna say some stuff that's gonna make you uncomfortable. I'm gonna be just very honest with you.
Yeah.
And when Dana said, come with a title, I'm like, well, what am I going to talk about? And I thought about some of the conversations I've had with my clients, and some of y'all listening right now, you are my client, you don't even know it. And when we talk about trying to manifest our purpose and manifest these dreams, a lot of y'all are being manipulated. You are suffering with manipulation from your past, from your parents, and from pressure of other people. Woo! And so you can't manifest your dreams and you can't get to your purpose because you are being manipulated. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Dear
How
God.
do you get rid of this manipulation?
Oh, Lord. Oh Lord, I heard some P's come out there. I heard some P's. Can you run those back? Because I'm writing down.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are being manipulated by your parents, your past, and pressure of the people around you.
Dear God. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it. So what does manipulation look like, right? Because I think sometimes we use the word, but I don't think a lot of people know exactly what that looks like in your day-to-day life. So what does manipulation look like?
Oh, that's a great question. So manipulation, it is a form of I'm going to say it like this, a spiritual cataract, right? It is where you are blinded by the truth and you are sold a story. You are sold that you are not good enough. You are sold that you are not pretty enough. You're not handsome enough. You are sold that you are not strong enough. You are not big enough. You are sold all these not enough things. And you are being manipulated by people's words and thoughts and their actions. So manipulation is somebody trying to tell you something that's not really true. Meaning they're trying to sell you some type of story to make you smaller and make themselves, well, I won't even go that far to say make themselves bigger, but definitely to make you smaller so that you don't see yourself as God sees you.
Oh! Listen, first of all, the way that you just broke down manipulation, I ain't even had to go to Webster. That was like some old other right there. I love that, right? So like there's different ways to manipulate, right? Like gaslighting, the verbal abuse, right? I've sure, if you want to talk about manipulation, I've gone from manipulation in relationships to friendships to, just day-to-day encounters, right? So like if I'm looking at an overall picture of that, like how is that stopping me from my manifestation though? Like I'm like, okay, Christina, yeah, I've been manipulated. Yeah, I think I've been there. I think I got somebody right now in the backyard that's manipulating me, right? But what do I do? Like how does that align with interruption of my manifestation?
Well, the first thing is to acknowledge the manipulation. A lot of people are not acknowledging it because they don't even realize that it's happening. Again, you blinded, right? And because you don't know that people are using their words to influence you and your thoughts and your actions. They're using their control to control you, right? And the first thing is to realize you got to acknowledge the fact that you're being manipulated because you can't attack what you don't acknowledge. Once you are able to acknowledge that it's happening, now you got to put an attack on this thing, right? And I'm speaking from a place of experience. So anything that I'm telling you, please believe I'm telling you from what I've experienced and not from what I've read in anybody's book. I had to acknowledge my manipulation. I had to acknowledge that my past relationships, they were trying to control me to make me who they wanted me to be. They wanted me to have their character and not the character of God. Thank God that I didn't let that happen for the rest of my life so that I can get to the best of my life. And that's where I want you to get. So I acknowledged it and then I attacked it. I'm heavy on prayer. So I went to God, right? Well, let me go back a little bit. Before I went to God, I kind of wanted to fight some people. All right, let's just be honest.
Let's keep it a hundo. Like,
let's be honest. I wanted to fight some people and I did. Okay. Before God made me who he made me today. You know what I'm saying? I had to throw some couple hands. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to attack the fact that people were attacking me, right? It was the retaliation mode. And then once I got out of that and realized that that really wasn't the answer, then I went into prayer and I said, God, change me and change them. Help me to see myself as you see me. Help me to understand myself as you have created me to be. So acknowledge and then attack. And I don't suggest that you attack with your hands like I did. I'm just saying, put that disclaimer in there real quick. And at least if you're going to do it with your hands, make sure your hands are clasped in prayer to God and not on somebody else.
Oh, and then there's that part. Listen, I like the realness right there though, because let me put my paws on you real quick. Like I think we all done been there, and especially sometimes you feel so like somebody has such a strong hold on you, right? Like that's that type of manipulation where somebody can exploit your weaknesses because you don't set boundaries, right? Mm-hmm. And I've had this conversation with you before too about like my therapist was like, you don't set enough boundaries in all aspects of your life. And I'm like, hold up, sis, who you talking to? Right? Like, but then when I come to really like look at the overall picture, I'm like, wow, she got a point. So how does boundaries relate to the manipulation part?
So I want to paint a picture for you guys. If you've ever been to the zoo, there are some very beautiful animals there. But as beautiful as those animals may be, if you let them outside of the boundary that has been set by them, they will attack you. And some of y'all, think about your zoo, right? If you are not setting boundaries, they may be beautiful. They may look good. May take real nice pictures with them if you stand on the side. However, if the boundary, that gate, if it's removed and you let that thing out in the open, it will attack you. Because by nature, or by training, depending on who we're talking about or what we're talking about, that is what it does. And so boundaries are so important because it also gives you a chance to stop and think, right? And it gives them a chance to stop and think as well. Because if there's a boundary between me and a person that is not so good for me, then they're going to feel, they might feel some type of way, and that's okay. I've had people feel some type of way, and it's all right. But now they have to stop to think before they say certain things to me. They have to stop to think before they can get close to me because there's a boundary. You can't let people and things run wild in your space. It is so important to create that boundary, Dana. Like, so very important.
You ain't never lied. Because people will only do what you allow, right? And
that's it.
And that is about the biggest fact ever. Like, I've had people really just go do whatever, however, because I was not realizing that I allowed this. Like, they saw that I had an invisible red tape put down, right? To me, I'm like, nah, they should know better. But no, they don't know what you don't actually verbalize. People have to know what the boundary is. They got to be able to clearly see the red tape, not the invisible red tape. Right? And I think that's super important. So like when we're talking in that context, right? So manipulation and manifestation, like what I'm still here with you, Christina. I am. This is me. I'm the people from the outside.
We here together.
Right? We here. But what do that got to do with my manifestation? Because I swear all I got to do is just manifest, sis. What you talking about?
How you manifesting with a clouded mind?
That way.
How? And this is the thing. A lot of people, they say that I'm trying to find my purpose. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the right direction of my purpose. Sometimes it's not about the direction. Sometimes it's about the destruction behind you that you got to really destroy. And I literally had a conversation with a client on yesterday, and she says, well, this is my situation and I'm over it. And I said, stop trying to be over everything. That's the problem. Everybody wants to be over it. You jump over something, it's still there. So even though you may be going forward, there's going to be some type of attraction to that thing behind you that's going to keep pulling you back because guess what? You never destroyed it. You never set that boundary and let them know like, yeah, nah, we're not doing this no more. And so stop trying to get over something. And you have to grow through it. That's why when Dana did my intro, you heard her say that I was growing through my trauma, right? I wanted to get over it too because it seems so much easier to just get over it. It seems so much better that I'm over it. We use that quote all the time. I'm over it. I'm over you. I'm over this. But I don't want to be over anything. I'm going to grow through this for more reasons than one. One, the first reason why I got to grow through this is because there's lessons in this that I have to learn for the next part of my journey. And if I don't get these lessons, I can't manifest nothing. How am I manifesting anything when I wasn't preparing myself when I was growing through something? I just got over it. So now I get to this next level in life and I'm lost. Oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do this? And now I start doubting myself and I start getting that imposter syndrome. And that's why you can't manifest, because your mind is clouded by all these other feelings that you never dealt with because you got over it instead of growing through it. So the first thing, I have to make sure that I learn the lessons. And number two, the second thing, whatever that thing is that I was trying to get over, that I have to now grow, that I've learned that I've got to grow through, I've got to destroy it. I don't want it to come back for me. I don't want it to have any power over me. And so again, if you're trying to manifest anything, you got to first deal with the manipulation. You got to acknowledge that thing so you can attack that thing, right? Don't accept it. Return to sender if you have to. Don't accept it. But also, like I said, in order to get to the manifestation in your life, you have to learn those lessons through what you're going through. And then you have to make sure that you gain the strength. Especially, I'm big on spiritual muscle. Again, I done told you, if you're going to put your hands out there, make sure they in prayer. Amen. But especially that spiritual muscle so that you can have the strength for that next level. And you know what, you have the tools that are necessary to manifest something. Because here's the deal. And this is the thing, Dana. Everybody's manifesting something. Let's just be honest, right? We're all manifesting something. Yeah. It don't matter. But if you are still dealing with manipulation, you're just manifesting more manipulation.
Well,
and that's what we're trying to get out of. We don't want to manifest more manipulation and I can tell you right now who the people who, if you are listening to this and you're trying to figure out if you are the person that is manifesting manipulation, I want you to think to yourself, have you ever said the quote, "This always happens to me. It never fails."
Somebody need to sip some wine or some tea real quick. I'm gonna sip the tea though. Listen, that's the truth. We got to do the self-evaluation. We got to do the work. We have to do the inner work. And you definitely were alluding at some things there, like destroying the destruction to go in the right direction. Like that, Lord, come on with the triple letters. I'm over here taking notes like, okay, got it. Okay, parents, past, pressure. Let's go back to that. Because you see, I got notes. so let's talk about that foundational piece, right? The household, your parents. Like, how does that play into this conversation?
So that can play a couple of different ways. You can be the individual that grew up in a beautiful household, right? Your parents, both parents were present. Beautiful household. They did a great upbringing as far as you're concerned, as far as you know, rather. But they did such a great job that they hid and sheltered you from a lot. They manipulated your mind into thinking that everything is perfect. And now you have grown up in this perfection world because that's what your parents imparted on you when you were a kid. So now you are struggling to find your purpose because everything got to be perfect. And if it ain't perfect, I can't get to my purpose. Well, the thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect. It needs to be beautiful. Life is supposed to be beautiful. And nothing is supposed to be perfect. So that's one way that your parents have manipulated your mind into thinking everything got to be perfect. Another way is you might not have had the best relationship with your parents, whether it be one of them or both of them, right? And so you feel like you may have had abandonment issues. And so you feel like the world is going to abandon you all the time. Your relationships with friends, your relationship with significant others, they're going to abandon me or even abuse you if your parents abused you. So I want you to think for a moment, what kind of relationship did you have with your parents that is imparting and impressing something upon you today? And that is why you're being manipulated. Whatever that relationship you have with your parents, something about it may have not been healthy. I spoke with someone and she said that she loves her mom, right? And she wants to do so much for her. But when she was trying to do for her mom would always retaliate to that. And she couldn't understand why. Well, the mom had issues in the past that she never expressed to her daughter. And that's another reason why you may be manipulated because your parents were manipulated. They didn't realize it either.
Ooh,
Here's one more last thing
That's
for you.
generational right there.
Generational, right? Because it don't skip generations. Okay, it ain't you got blue eyes and the next one got brown, and the next one got blue. We ain't skipping generations. That thing is coming for you because it was never dealt with. Which is why you have to grow through this stuff. You have to deal with it because if you don't deal with it, somebody in your lineage will have to. You're listening to this right now. This is not by mistake. This episode with Dana, this is not by mistake. When she talks about BS to success, your success lies in before the story. So whatever story that you've been manipulated in your past, that's where your BS is. You think it's right now. You think it's what you're dealing with right now. It's not. It was before the story. And we're trying to get you to the truth. The truth is you deserve to be successful. The truth is you deserve love. You deserve happiness. And so whatever your parents dealt with, you now have a responsibility. And this is what I tell my clients. You have a responsibility to go into heavenly courts and say, God, forgive them for they know not what they did. You can't change them. And we definitely can't change the past. But you have the authority to shape the future.
Child. And that's why I'm telling you, it's the inner work. It's the foundation. It's all that shit that's on the inside of you. Like you got to get up in there and you got to dig through those skeletons in your closet. Like you can't expect to have immense success right now if you're not dealing with it. And I've dealt with so many women that come to me. They want to be coached, but they'll still hit me with but I'm good. I'm okay. I'm over that. I got past that. And then we have certain conversations about how they maneuver through business and how they, build relationships with people now. And I'm like, you don't see that is resurfacing in other areas of your life. You don't see that the reason why you don't trust, your business partners is because you don't trust women from stuff that they did to you in your past, and you're trying to build a relationship. You're trying to start a business with another woman, and you're like, yo, I don't really know if she really know what she doing, or I think she moving a little funny. Nah, what's wrong is something in your mindset ain't right. You ain't fixed the foundation. Until you fix that, nothing gonna work. And that's just that. Like I have to, and you know what? I can't fault them all, right? Forgive them, Lord, because they know not what they do, right? Mm-hmm. Like I can't fault them because I've been you, right? I've been the woman that was, I'm good. I'm over that until I realized that all that suppression was not only causing me depression, but it was causing me relationships. It was causing me to be angry all the time for no reason. Like I just had to get it out some way, except for the way that I needed to get it out, through therapy, through talking about it, through dealing with it, through going back to the person and addressing it. You know what I'm saying? Like through reading, through talking to other people, through getting coached. Like get some people in your world that can shift it. Like your environment is either going to be conducive to you being blossomed, or you're going to be someone that's dying on dead soil. Like you trying to be a cactus or a rose, sis. Like which one is it going to be? Because I don't want to be the cactus. I don't want to be all dried out here in the desert, just thirsting for water, thirsting for growth. Like that ain't the life that I'm ready to live. So how do I manifest a life that is what I desire and deserve, and move from this manipulative state into that world?
Well, first and foremost, I always say, like I said before, you need to acknowledge it. Right? We're trying to run from it. Stop trying to run from it. Just acknowledge it. Dana and I have been very transparent on here, and Dana is, from the person I know, she's amazing. I love her so much. She's very transparent and honest. We all been somewhere. We all been through something. We are not perfect. So if you are thinking that you have to hide and be ashamed of whatever, you've encountered, you don't. You really don't. So be honest with yourself. Like she said, do that self-assessment. So it starts there by doing that self-assessment so you can acknowledge where the manipulation is, right? Once you acknowledge your manipulation, you want to attack that manipulation. And I say it again as a disclaimer, don't attack the person, because we ain't fitting to come get you out of nobody's jail. We're not doing that. But you want to attack it in a spiritual realm, with prayer. I wholeheartedly believe that prayer changes things, especially when you are specific and concise in your words. And if you don't know how to pray, let me teach you right now. You open your mouth and you speak. Simple as that. right? God is not looking for your fancy words. He's not looking for you to know the Bible like the back of your hand. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It is literally a conversation with God. So you want to have prayer, and that's how you attack this thing, right? And then from there, once you attack it, you got to release it. You got to release it. It's not yours anymore. It is not yours anymore. So acknowledge, attack, release, and move forward. Be different. Be different. I don't care what people thought you were. I don't care how angry. Listen, I was an angry person too. I was definitely an angry Black woman. And you could not tell that now because, again, I'm different. It is okay to be different. It is okay to change. As a matter of fact, you should be evolving and changing every single day, right? Whether it be through prayer, whether it be through reading personal development books or listening to audio. Listening to this podcast will definitely help you. If you are not subscribed to Dana's BS to Success, I need you to hit that subscribe button now. Okay, all right. And I'm also believe in writing. I started a prayer journal. I love prayer journaling. Absolutely love it. Do you need a journal? She got one. And again, this is her plug, but I believe in the people that I believe in, right? And these are the tools that are available to help you. So if you're that person who's literally sitting there and saying, oh, she's just over here trying to plug in Dana stuff, let me save you right now. I am, but here's why, because I know it will help you. Right? If you are thinking in a negative mindset of that, then you are still being manipulated by your past. So you need this more than you think you do.
Woo! Oh, shoot.
And that's on that.
And that's on. Listen, y'all, and I always got to come back to, I've been that person. You know what I'm saying? Listening to something, my eyeballs rolling, and I done been through something in the past that kind of mirrored that same thing, and I'm like, here we go again. Oops, sound like you ain't shook the shit yet. That's what it sound like. You need to shake it. You need to shake that spirit up off you. You need to get that manipulative mindset up off you, because somebody done trapped you there. And you don't remember when it happened. You don't know how it happened. But sweetheart, it happened. So what you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? So what are some techniques that you use for manifesting? Like I love the manifesting state of life, right? So what is some of your techniques you use for manifesting and probably pushing past that BS with the manipulation?
Oh, I love this question so much. Definitely prayer for sure. But when I pray, I'm different in my prayers because again, I believe in a prayer journal. I believe in getting you, if it's, a composition notebook and writing down my prayers. So that's definitely something that I do. I trained my mind because again, like Dana says, life happens. It still happens to this day and it will always happen because it's life. So I had to train my mind and my spirit to be able to, take on whatever comes my way. And another way that I do that is, give you a little tip. Sounds soothe, music moves. If you need to be soothed through something, listen to sounds. If you want to be moved through something, listen to music. And so if I need to get out of a funk, I will throw on some music depending on how I feel. It may be my gospel or it may be some type of upbeat music or whatever. So definitely putting on music helps a lot. And then when I need to just rest and relax my mind, I'll just put on sounds, not music, because I don't want the words of anything or anybody else. I just need the sound to go through me so that I can put myself into the space where I need to be. Another thing that I do is I create a space for myself, right? As a woman, we are all the things. We have a lot of titles, a lot of hats. That is why our crowns are so jeweled, and we're grateful for that opportunity to be. Me personally, I'm grateful to be a mother. I'm grateful to be an aunt. I'm grateful to be a shoulder. I'm grateful to be a prayer partner, a friend. I'm grateful for these things. But before all of that, I'm a woman, and so I make sure to give space for Christina. So give space for yourself. If you are engulfed in people all the time, that is a problem. That is a problem. I love people. Don't get me wrong, right? But I used to be the person that would have to engulf myself in people to feel like I was worth something. Do you know your worth without the title? Do you know your worth without the people? Because it should not be this. It should not be any different. To be honest, it should not be any different. So create a space for you where it's just you and your space and nobody else. Start to learn you. Dana talks about recrowning you. Recrown you, sis. Recrown you, bruh. Create that space for yourself. So I hope that helps. Oh, and I'm going to give you this real quick, because I told this to somebody the other day and this really helped them. And I think this is going to help some of y'all. If you are the person that takes a bunch of notes all the time and you feel like you're not getting anywhere in life because you're just taking note after note after note, what you have is called analysis paralysis, and you need to stop and change your pen for a highlighter. Start highlighting the notes that you already have and don't take not another note until you get that together. Amen.
Well, yikes. That was for the person in the back and probably some people in the front. Because that's literally what I said to someone the other day. I said, information without implementation means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it means nothing. Like, you can get all the tools. Like, people can drop $1 million info on you and you be like, yo, that was it. That was lit. That was hot. Like, oh yeah, I know what I'm about to do with this. 5 hours later. 20 years later. Okay? Like, you ain't did nothing. Right? You gotta be willing to actually extract the information that is relevant to your now and do something with it. Like, I love that, Christina. And you were saying something about character, and that's one of the things I remember. Like, people need to like never forget that your character can take you further than a title.
Oh yes.
Who you are at the core, what you fix at the core will show on the outside. You sometimes wonder why people around you is getting all the goods and they got all the great connections, all the network, all this, all that. And you're like, damn, but I mean, I got $1 million, or, damn, I've been out here working, whatever you came up with in your mind. Mm. But you don't know the type of person that person is. You don't know the kind of relationships that were authentically built. They didn't need to be a millionaire. They didn't need to have that title. All they needed to do was show up and be them accordingly.
That's it.
Oh, Lord.
Your character shows up in times of adversity.
Oh, yes.
So if you ever want to really know someone's character, see them go through something. Because everybody can look cute when it's all good and well. But look at someone when they're going through something. That is their core character. Are they cool? Are they calm? It don't mean that everything is okay. Let's keep that in mind. Because Dana, we go through stuff, right?
Yes.
We absolutely go through stuff. And we have moments. I definitely have moments. I ain't gonna lie.
Nope.
But you ain't never gonna see me act out of character. Because my character to my core is a character of love. And so even if I'm going through something, even if somebody's done me dirty, even if I don't have the answer to this particular life situation, my character love says, okay, let me breathe. And let me think about what the next move. What do I need to learn here? And then what's my next move?
Those are the facts. Those are the facts. Sometimes your best lesson is learned from your last mistake.
That's it.
And I think we gotta take that posture accordingly. Like, you have to be able to look at what happened in the past and call a spade a spade. Find the boundaries. Find your boundaries. Find what is manipulating your mindset or your physical or emotional being. Find those things and get it together. Oh, I cannot wait for what you about to manifest. So this has definitely been an amazing conversation. And I want to just thank you so much for taking some time to spend some time with me today. This is definitely dope.
I want to thank you for having me because, child, I don't never know what I'm going to say when I say it. Let's just be honest.
Listen, and if that ain't real, I don't know.
I'll never know what I'm going to say, but I do believe, again, that everything comes from a place of experience, which is why when we say you have to grow through that, we mean that thing, because I couldn't be this person, this amazing, dope, God-fearing woman that you hear today. And that's another thing. Don't be afraid to brag on yourself. Whoever told you can't brag on yourself, that's a personal problem with them. They ain't got nothing to do with you.
That way.
And so, going back to this, I could not be who I am today. Number one, if it wasn't for God. But number two, if I didn't grow through what I went through. So don't be afraid to go through what you're going through. It's necessary for the journey, and it's necessary for your purpose, and it's necessary so you can manifest major things in life. So Dana, I thank you and I honor you. Thank you for creating this space. This is what's important. This is what is needed. These conversations, we need people like you who will lay it all on the table and be honest and transparent with the folk them out there so they understand they are not alone. So thank you. And I honor you, Queen. You are important and you are valuable.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Where's the tissue? Where's the tissue? That's what's up. Thank you so much for that. Like, that really meant a lot. Like, it's really important to give people their flowers now. Like, you have definitely been a force in my life, and I'm so happy that we connected last year, because just what we've been able to accomplish together. Like, we a movement by ourselves, right? But we a force when we're together. Come on, Neo.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's where the real win is, when you can find powerhouses that are ready to light up, to be your electricity, to light up that shit with you. And that's what I love about our connection. So, and of course we got that up top vibe. I know you over there in NYC,
Hey.
Jersey to the death of me, you know what I'm saying? So that will never ever die, even though I'm in the ATL now, but boop boop. But I really appreciate you coming out, so thank you so much. But I can't let you go without letting the people know, one, how they can connect with you, if you got anything new coming out or anything that's out that people need to plug into. This is your time to tell them what's going on.
Wow, I appreciate you so very much for that time. Definitely want to connect with me on my Instagram. That is where you can find me the most. My Instagram name is 3_123 Christina Danielle. Also on my website, which is bit.ly, bit.ly/Christina Danielle. On Facebook, it's also Christina Danielle, but I, again, am more present on Instagram, but definitely follow me there as well. I do have a masterclass. I don't know, Dana, forgive me, I don't know when this is airing, but the masterclass is on January 31st at 3 p.m. If you are listening before then, get registered by the link in my Instagram. If you are listening after then, it's a course, so you ain't gonna miss nothing. You can still purchase it. Don't worry about it. It's on my website.
That way.
Oh, and then all my books and everything is on my website also. And my first masterclass is also a course now on my website as well.
Yes, I'm loving that. And don't you got a book? Don't you got a book?
I have 3 books.
Look at child. Don't play with me.
3 books. The first book, Fervent Prayers for the Purpose Woman, is on Amazon. Again, that link is in my on my website. So all the book links are on my website. But the first book was Fervent Prayers for the Purpose Woman. I wrote that in the year when I got divorced. And it's a very powerful, powerful book. So anyone who is going through a divorce or a separation or anything like that, it's literally a game changer. And again, I wrote that when I was growing through a divorce. My second book, the other 2 books actually, it's I Got the Keys, 5 Keys for a Successful Life. That was written for 5th and 6th graders. I had to do a presentation for them. I turned that presentation into a book. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better learn how to evergreen your stuff, okay? That's a little tip right there.
That part.
So I wrote that book in 2020 after dealing with, as I am also a COVID survivor, so after dealing with COVID, I wrote that book. And then later on in that year, which is now the book that is everyone's getting, is my devotional, my 21-day devotional, 21 Days of a Purpose Woman. It is an ebook, and that's also available via either the link in my bio on IG, or you can go on my website. So there are multiple ways to get in contact with me. If you want to book a chat with me, my calendar link is also in my IG bio. So you can find me with all those platforms.
Yes. If y'all don't find a way to connect, then y'all just slipping, sliding, and you can't get up. Okay. So, since we're wrapping this episode on manifestation, I gotta let you end it with an I am statement. So definitely go ahead and give me some I am. What's your manifestation? I love it.
Whew, child. I am God's favorite, and therefore I am everything I need to be in this moment.
Oh, yes. I love it. I just have to let that one rest right there. Like, mine is, I am able and capable of anything I put my hands to do. And being successful comes easily to me. Being successful comes easily to me. And whatever y'all are out there, ladies, I mean, definitely show some love in the comments when the episode drops. Let me hear from y'all. What is your I am statement? What is it that you use as your push through? Like, we want to definitely build community around all of this, right? We are here for each other, and a strong tribe is a tribe that's ready to kick doors down, and they want all the smoke.
All of it.
You know how I feel. So thank you so much, Christina, for coming out.
Thank you, Dana. I appreciate you and I love you so much. And continue blessings on everything that you're doing, sis.
Love you too on everything. Ladies, thank y'all so much for sticking out on this episode. I know this was jam-packed with nothing but tangible. It's the information, all the stuff that you can extract, right? Like, you probably got a lot of information today, but don't forget that implementation is the key to your success. Like, make sure that you go back over your notes and do what she said. Get that highlighter, sis. Extract what is needed in order to go to your next level, in order to shed the people that are manipulating you, the things that have manipulated you. Like, get those boundaries in place if you really want the success that you so say that you desire and deserve. Like, it's on you now. Like, the ball's in your court. Only you can win your season, right? Only you can make that thing happen. So I hope that this was helpful to somebody, and definitely holla at your girl. Leave a review, leave a comment. Let us know what you want from us so that we can give you what you need for your next level. So I love y'all, and I can't wait to see y'all on the next episode. And y'all already know how this ends. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna catch y'all next time. It's your girl.
You know it's time.